What's up, everybody? Ebert42 here, back with some more Madden 15 MUT coin making tips, hitting you guys up with week 25 of Ebert Investment Binder. And this week, it's all about the positional heroes, guys. So far, we've had some really nice card hits in here. Let me just walk you through them real quick. We have this Justin Houston card. Prior to being released in the set, this card was going for 30K. He went up to about 125K like the day after the set came out. And we can see that he's now averaging about 150K. So this card had about a 5 times increase in value. Similarly, in the tight end set, the RTTP Delaney Walker 89 overall card spiked super hard. Again, this card was 30K before the set was released. It spiked up to 175K the day after the set came out, and it has settled now to around 140 or 150K. So again, that's another card that spiked about 5 times its initial value. Now, after these two first sets came out, we were all like, okay, it's going to be, the highest elite that goes into the set that's going to spike the most, right? It's going to be the 89 or the 90s. And then they threw us a curveball. They dropped the cornerback position, and they put these two rare 74 gold cornerbacks in here, Philip Gaines and Dre Kirkpatrick. Now, Kirkpatrick, both of these cards were going for about 30K before this set came out. Kirkpatrick went up to about 140K the day after the set got released, and now we can see he's settled down to about 100K. Still a great card to flip if you can come in here and find any of these for cheap, or if you can see somebody posting one that doesn't know what they're doing. But this Philip Gaines, man, ooh, this card jumped to 250 the day after, and we can see it is now settling in this 225, 230K price range. It is almost, it's like an 8-time jump in price. I mean, that is just a great investment. So fullbacks, we didn't see anybody really do that. It's fullback. Fullbacks aren't very popular positions in MUT, so the cards that go into the set aren't going to be as in demand because not as many people are looking at doing this fullback set. While we're talking about winners, I do need to comment on just these general rare cards, these elite cards. So Thomas, Witten, and Olsen, all three of these cards were around 5K before the set came out, the day after the set came out, and for almost a full week after that, these guys jumped up to about 10K, so they almost doubled in value. And then now they're back down to about 7K. So they haven't quite settled down to where they were before the set, but they're coming back down as more people do the sets. So with that knowledge, looking forward, there's a couple targets that I want to lay out for you guys. I'm going to check my Twitch chat here real quick while we're moving around. Oh, I said Madden 15. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, well. It happens. It happens. Got a guy in my Twitch chat named Can I Get a Wager? Dude, you're welcome to hang out, catch the coin tips. Can't get a wager here, unfortunately. Happy birthday, man. My birthday was back on the 11th. All these birthdays in February. Pretty awesome. It seems like there's a ton of them. So, all right. So, first of all, I found about 5 targets out of the Road to the Playoffs set. These are targets that I think have good potential of not only being in the set, but also being the highest overall elite card in the set, therefore spiking their price significantly. So first of all, we have 91 Calais Campbell. This card is already pretty expensive. Muthead has him at 40K, so all the cards up here are well overpriced already. But he is the only RTTP left end, and he's a 91 overall. So if he goes in the set, I could see his price going up. Now, I'm not as confident he's going to go into the set as some of the other guys. quarterback, we have Teddy Bridgewater. See, he's pretty cheap right now. He's, 7K. I have him around 9K according to Mutthead. So some of these are pretty cheap. I'm actually going to go ahead and pick one up right now to hold on to at the 7K price range. I'll be happy sitting on that. Some more auction selling. If he goes in the set, I don't think that he'll be one of the big price jumps, but I could see him being one of the guys that doubles in price. And he is the only RTTP quarterback, so I do think that he will be in the set. We also have wide receivers. Now there's a couple different wide receivers. We have Pierre Garçon, Doug Baldwin, and then Jeremy Maclin. Now, if any of these guys jump in price significantly, I think it will be this Jeremy Maclin. I have him marked at about 20K according to Mutthead. We see there's some ones up here for 15K right now. I'm going to go ahead and invest in one of these. I'll leave the other one up there for one of you guys to grab. Ideally, we'd be bidding on these and picking some of these up for around 10K, getting some good deals on them that way. But, even these other 5K ones, the Baldwin and the Garçon, I already have one of each of them. I do think that they could double in value if they go into the sets. Moving right on along, a couple more guys on defense that I want to highlight. I need to grab a swig of water real quick. Eddie, thanks for stopping by, man. We will catch you later. We got Patrick Chung. This guy is around 15K and steadily going down. And the Will Hill. Will Hill is actually a little bit rarer. These cards are going for around 20K. But I do imagine one of these cards will be in the strong safety set. And either way, it'd be nice to maybe see one of these guys jump in price a ton and make a bunch of coins off of them. The last card out of RTTP that I wanted to highlight for you guys to look at investing in is this Ryan Shazier. Now, these are going for like 50K right now. If they go into the set, I could see these guys, jumping up to like 200K. So I don't have any of these yet. I'm probably gonna hop onto one of my farm accounts that I did the Ropey scores 35 plus points for, and use the coins that I got for that to pick one of these guys up later on tonight after I get done streaming. Hopefully there's still some around 50K there. Well, you guys haven't snatched them all up, but I would like to hold at least one of these guys. I'm probably not going to buy more than 2 or 3 though. So those are my guys out of Road to the Playoffs that I wanted to highlight. Then I also have a couple highlights for you guys just out of Base Edition. Now my Base Edition cards, I didn't have time to fully look at every position, and I also didn't have time to look at all of the 74 overall. So next week I'll have a bunch more in-depth knowledge of research through over the next week on the 74 gold cards and which cards I think might end up in sets and which cards I think might spike in price due to that. And I'm also going to do a little more research on just these base elites out of all the other positions. But right now what I focused on for you guys was middle linebacker, right guard, and strong safety. Specifically because there's not a lot of good high-end cards at those 3 positions. And I do think that people are going to want to go after the position heroes of those when they come out. So for middle linebacker, we've got 2 guys that we need to highlight. Obviously, you want to pick up some of these guys for 5K, 4K, when they're real cheap. Feel free to pick these up. Because when the set comes out and they need just, a generic elite card, these are all going to bump up to like 7K, I would imagine. The guys I wanted to highlight for you, however, were this Bobby Wagner, and he's currently going for about I have them at 18K on Mutthead. So, 23, these are a little bit on the high expensive side, but it's an 88 middle linebacker, and then the other one is Kuechly. Kuechly's already going for 60K. For right guards, I wanted to highlight Yonda and TJ Lane. So Martin might go in the set and spike a little bit, but this Lang is already, he was at 20K, and we see him creeping up towards 30K already, some people investing in him. This Yonda should be around 82K, so a couple of good prices on those. I might pick up one of the Yondas and try to pick up 2 or 3 of the TJ Langs. The last ones that I wanted to highlight were these strong safeties for you guys. And then I'm going to give you an overview once I finish this on my top 5 out of all of these guys who I'm going to look at investing in. But we want to highlight this Rashad Jones and the Cam Chancellor. Again, Cam is a 90 overall going for 60K. The Rashad Jones is an 88 overall. And he should be going for around 12 or 13K. So a lot of these cards that I'm talking about are already starting to creep up in price because savvy investors are seeing that these are where you should be going. I am looking at a lot of the cards that are currently between 20 and 30K. So for RTTP, I'm looking at the 89 Patrick Chung, that's going for about 17K. Looking at the 89 Macklin going for about 20K. For base elites, I'm looking at the Wagner going for about 20K, the Lang, TJ Lang going for about 20K, and this Rashad Jones going for about 15K. I'm going to probably grab one of all the cards that are more on the 60K price range, but if we go look at a lot of the sets, there's one 60K card that went into the cornerback set, but a lot of the other sets are using cards that are cheaper. So due to that, the 5 that I listed are the ones that I'm going after a little bit harder. Also want to point out that there's only one right guard in all of RTTP. So I'll show you guys the binder real quick here. You guys can see I picked up this Chung, this Macklin, this Bridgewater, and then if we scroll down a little bit, I'm into just a lot of these base elites. I got one of these Will Hills that I was talking about. I got a Calais Campbell, not the 91 overall from RTTP though. A lot of these guys I picked up for 4K or less, but I wanted this Greg Reynolds. I have like 4 of these. This guy was going for 5K. He's already up to 7K. I think he'll hit 10K at least when the right guard set comes out. He's the guy that I'm kind of going the most all in on. See, I got one of these Rashad Jones here, a couple more of these Reynolds, another Macklin, another Garcon, another Chung. So I have spent a couple 100K doing some investments, not just on the guys you see here, but some more further down as well. This is just what I grabbed last night. So there you guys have it. That's my Eberts investment binder for week 25. We are trying to hit some gold mines out of these positional hero sets. As you guys saw, a lot of the guys that I had in my binders there were 85 overalls. The guys that are going for about 5K. I do think a lot of those guys will get that quick bump to 10K, and even if they don't go into the sets, I think that they're gonna sell for 6 or 7K because you need 15 elites of the position, the wild card guys. So anyone you can buy at 4K right now, that's an elite. I would go pick up because I think they're not gonna go any cheaper than that. Those guys, you're welcome to buy as many as you want, and if you hit a lottery ticket, awesome. The guys that are going for 20K, I'm gonna go a little bit more all in on, but again, I'm not gonna buy like 100 of any of those guys. I'm gonna buy maybe 10 of some of them if I'm really confident in them. And then the guys that are going for like 60K, the guys like Shazier, Chancellor, Yonda, those are guys that I'm gonna try to grab 1 or 2 of, but I'm not gonna buy more than that because if they don't go in the sets, I can see their prices going down a little bit, and we don't want to lose coins off of this. We want to make sure we make coins in the end. So general rule of thumb is that we want to hit 2 cards for every card that we miss on. So we're not going to hit all of these, but hopefully we hit a lot of them, and hopefully the ones that we hit are highly profitable and make up for the ones that don't. Hopefully the ones that don't hit, we can at least recoup our coins on. So there is that. If you guys are checking me out on YouTube and you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button if you want to know when I'm coming out with more content. Check me out on Twitter at Ebert_42. I tweet whenever I'm going live on Twitch with coin tips, giveaways, whenever I have some hot videos coming out on YouTube. Or sometimes I just tweet hot coin tips and only the guys on Twitter get to catch those. If you're watching on Twitch, go check me out on YouTube at Ebert42. If you're watching on YouTube, come check me out on Twitch. I stream every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central, random weeknights as well. And as always, guys, thanks for all the support. Big heart, and we will catch you guys next time.